Hey everybody, welcome back to the Armory today. Well, in the last video I showcased a Mauser that I'm going to build for some ammo testing and some stock testing. And really the goal is I want to show a variety of different World War era bolt action rifles and how well they actually do. So, along the same premise, do some testing with some surplus ammo and some newly manufactured and some hand loads. One of the obvious ones is going to be a Mauser. So, obviously Mausers are, when it comes to bolt action rifles, they're kind of the king. They're a very, very good action, very strong action, and they've been chambered over the years in pretty much everything. But what we've got here today is just a completely clapped out Czechoslovakian VZ-24. Now, let's go over the clapped out. First off, we're going to start with the rear sight, which does not look original to this rifle. All the coloring is different. You can see that someone has been playing around with the rear sight. It's been off and on. That is solder from them soldering or brazing the rear sight on. And at one point, it appears they may have cross-threaded the screw and it broke off in the hole. So the rear sight is not affixed to the barrel anymore, and it is basically an ornament at this point. But it does have an uncut factory length barrel. But then we come down here and we may have the same problem. This may not be from this barrel. Doesn't quite look like it, and it doesn't match up with the end of the barrel. Someone has been playing around with the sights on this barreled action. Now again, I picked this up probably 10 years ago. I've shot many 8mm Mausers, but this is actually the only one that I own. So this would be a fantastic candidate to make into a really good test rifle for what we're doing. Now, this action did come with a bolt, and I don't think it'll be any surprise to anybody. The bolt is not matching to this gun. But since I don't actually play with any 8mm Mausers, I don't have headspace gauges for an 8mm Mauser. So I'm going to have to source some headspace gauges or see if my gunsmith has a set and can check the headspace on this real quick. It did come with a box magazine, which is fantastic. And the rifling is actually pretty darn nice in this, so this will make a really good test bed to give us some tests. So the main thing that I'm missing on this is going to be a stock. I'm going to be on the lookout for a Czech VZ-24 rifle stock so we can test it in military as used configuration and whatnot. And I've got a rail for it so we can put an optic on it. Again, optics just for repeatability and reliability and what we're shooting at. Since it's going to be an ammo test, I want to make it as accurate as possible. So, we've got this, and to go along with the idea of testing what these rifles do when you take them out of military configuration and put them into a aftermarket style sporting stock, I've got a nice solid antique Mauser stock, and this is in pretty good condition. I think it'll clean up really, really nice. And if you watch, if you're in the need for these and you watch YouTube, if you watch eBay, I actually paid $25 for this stock. And this is solid, no cracks, no nothing. And the action is almost a drop-in. The barrel profile seems to be just a little bit different from the profile in the stock, so it'll need just some very minor sanding for it to fit, but it actually sits down pretty darn nice. So, for our ammo test, this will work out really, really nice for 8mm Mauser, and I'm really curious. What I'd like to know is which ammunition really performs the best out of the World War II era rifles. And really it comes down to the four. Some of you may have seen the poll I put up on the channel. I want to test out the 30-06 8mm Mauser, 7.62 by 54R, and 303 British. So this will make a perfect test bed for 8mm Mauser, and really, it has very little collector value, sadly. This one has been abused, but it can be a functioning firearm, and we're going to make it just that. So, this one will be fun. Stay tuned on the channel, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun testing these rifles. I'll catch you on the next video. You have a good day. Bye.